Here in Louisville, Kentucky. This was where Cassius Marcellus Clay grew up. And it was after a loss like that he suffered in San Diego to Ken Norton that he still found support from family and friends. Friends who remember him training and doing road work by racing horses down the road at Churchill Downs. But Angelo Dundee, I have to ask you about that Ken Norton loss, the broken jaw, and it happened really early on, and still the man went the distance, and it's virtually unheard of.
Well, I'll tell you, I tried, the first round he broke his jaw. I noticed a different type of blood coming out of his mouth. You can tell it's a deep red type. And in the second round, I told the kid, I said, hey, I may have to stop this fight. I think your jaw's busted. Naturally, he said, no, you ain't. He said, I can lick this sucker. I won't let him hit me. And he went on.
Every time a fighter who was supposed to win a fight does not win a fight, it harkens back to his training. And I guess that was really the case in this time around, too.
Well, not really. I think Muhammad got to San Diego in pretty fair shape. And then they were hustling him around, bringing him to see this guy, you know. There was a promoter there that ran him all over the place, like he was running for mayor or running for an office, and didn't actually get the best shape. There was no excuse with that. No cop-out, no nothing. That was a close fight. I don't know who won it actually, but it was a great lesson, him getting his jaw busted, because it told him to keep his mouth shut when he was working, fighting in the ring, actually.
At that point, I guess, that was really a time that Muhammad Ali could not afford 2 losses in a row. So the next fight with Norton, which was his next fight some 6 months later, he had to have.
Well, actually, he was always better when he had something to prove. So he wanted to prove he was a better man than Ken Norton, that getting his jaw busted really detracted from his performance. He got in great shape. It was a great fight in L.A., and he rectified what had happened in the first fight.
So from Grand Avenue here in Louisville to Los Angeles, and a must-fight, Muhammad Ali and Ken Norton, fight number 2.
September 10th, 1973, when Muhammad Ali went up against Ken Norton in the rematch, his boxing future was on the line. He trained harder than he had for any fight since beating Sonny Liston. Ali heard rumors Norton had said he was trash and approaching senility. Muhammad was upset, saying, now I have to punish him.
Remember, Joe Frazier says that's the place to go to the body. Ali with a beautiful combination. Ali coming on strong. But how about Ken Norton? Fantastic display by both men. 2 minutes to go. He's talking to Ali again. A minute and 45 seconds to go.
Ali captured a 12-round split decision, avenging his startling loss to Norton, and it set up the long-awaited rematch with Joe Frazier. January 28, 1974, Ali and Frazier met in Madison Square Garden 3 years after their first historic showdown. But this time there was no championship title on the line. 2 warriors were locked in a battle for pride.
Yeah, well, this is where a guy trying to keep himself alive. I can understand. I saw him the other day by looking at him. He's not the same guy. And I hate to say this, but all the guys that went through the changes with me, they ain't the same guys after, you know what I mean? It takes an awful lot of, you know, beating in that round, in that fight. He take an awful lot of punch.
You know, he's saying that the same thing. He's saying that he was the one who dealt out all of the punishment.
Well, he must. He was in the fight I was.
Throwing bombs. Joe is hurt. Joe Frazier in trouble here in round 2. Here referee Tony Perez unbelievably tells the fighters the round is over. There's confusion as both men go to their corners. Perez tells the men to continue. But was Joe Frazier saved from a knockout? Ali pouring it on here at the end of round 2. This is the 12th and final round. Frazier looking for that knockout here in round 12. Joe is going all out. Ali lightning fast here in the 12th round. men pulling out all the stops here in the 12th round. And there's the end of this sensational fight.
Ali won a hard-fought 12-round unanimous decision. Each fighter picked up $850,000. Hundreds of millions around the world saw the fight on closed circuit and anticipated Ali's challenge of heavyweight champion George Foreman. 4 a.m. in Kinshasa, Zaire, on October 30th, 1974. The world was his stage, and Muhammad Ali made the most of his rumble in the jungle with George Foreman. Ali went to the mountaintop one more time, and he pulled off one of the most miraculous upsets in heavyweight history.
George Foreman will be meeting the world heavyweight champion. And then he will get a new feeling and a new fear that he's never had before, especially when he sees the crowd. George Foreman is a dirty fighter. He is dirty. And I mean, by dirty, I don't mean morally. His style is dirty. When he fought Joe Frazier, I got the film, Frazier was moving this way, he saw it, and deliberately hit him on the back of the head as he went away. I've never saw George Foreman tired yet. George Foreman lately, haven't heard the man say, round 4, round 7, round 9, round 13, last round. Then I want to see, I can't take nothing from George, but I haven't saw George in a good scuffle yet. Get winded and throw all his load and have to come back and take a few jabs. Just never saw George constantly be blind. It's not hard, just stacking and moving. When I fought Sonny Liston, hitting power didn't mean nothing because usually I fix it where they can't find nothing to hit. So I never worry about hitting power. So a man like George that comes out with those big... That's why he throw him, he draws them back. Watch out, here come the left. Here come the right. Get ready, here come another left. That's what I hear when he's throwing them. So when a man, so I don't believe that I'm going to be knocked out and punched around. Experience is why I know I'll win.
George's furious attack of the early rounds was 90% gone. Muhammad Ali, unbelievably, is coming on strong here in the 8th. A ripping weight at the end of the round sends Foreman crumbling like a tree struck by lightning.
Millions sat in disbelief as Muhammad Ali sent Foreman reeling to the canvas. Ali had captured the heavyweight championship of the world for the second time. Both fighters earned $5 million for their efforts. A weary George Foreman could not remember the end of the fight as he asked his trainer Dick Sadler if he had been knocked out cold. Muhammad Ali was overcome with emotion, reaffirming his prophecies to the press before the fight.
I told you what I was going to do before I did it. I told you I was going to jab him in the corners. I was going to let him take all the shots. He was bewildered. Any heavyweight is bewildered who fights me. Frazier was, Norton was. Just don't move. I told you this had no skill. I told you he don't hit hard. I told you it would be a total mismatch. George Foreman is still one of the greatest heavyweights of all time. That's not fair. He never was. That's not fair. Has been. That's not fair. Just because I'm beating him, you think it's not the greatest credit.
October 1st, 1975, the last historic confrontation between Joe Frazier and Muhammad Ali, the largest closed-circuit TV audience in history, was treated to one of the greatest fights in heavyweight history.
People want to see me and Joe Frazier. They still think Joe Frazier can beat me. They don't want to see me and Ken Norton. They don't want to see me and George Foreman. They want to see me and Joe Frazier, although George Foreman annihilated Frazier, and George Foreman will beat Frazier every day in the week. George Foreman will beat Ken Norton every day in the week, and I will beat George Foreman every day in the week. Right. But the fools still think that that chump Joe Frazier can beat me because he went the distance twice and it ended up on a close decision. I'm going to give him a real whooping, and I wrote a poem. Some of you heard it, but this is a little conscience. I got a little gorilla here. This is his conscience. I keep it right in my pocket everywhere I go. Right there. And I wrote a short poem. It says there will be a killer and a thriller and a killer when I get the gorilla in Manila. That's right. And I got his conscience right here to keep me on guard. See, here's the way he looks when you hit him. All night, that's all he can be. All night in Malaysia. That's all you're going to see. The Philippines, rather. Come on, gorilla. We in Manila. Come on, gorilla. This is a thriller.
Torrid punches to the body and head by former champ Smokin' Joe Frazier. Joe would love to regain the heavyweight crown. Here in the 14th round, it's still very close. A torrent of blistering punches staggers the former champion. Joe Frazier in trouble here in the 14th round. Throwing bombs at Frazier. The champion is going for a knockout right here. Frazier staggered again. It's unbelievable that Joe Frazier is still standing. Muhammad Ali at his very best. Deadly accurate, blinding combination. There's the bell ending this torrid round. Both fighters walk wearily to their corners. By far, Muhammad Ali's best round of the fight.
Frazier's eyes were nearly shut after the 14th round, and his trainer Eddie Futch stopped the fight. The champion, Muhammad Ali, commented, "It was like death, the closest thing to dying that I know of. Joe Frazier brings out the best in me, and God bless him." It was a rivalry between two courageous athletes, which will not soon be forgotten.
Muhammad Ali Boulevard, testimony to the popularity of one of